best thing to say, Russians just got... Right? So... this... You pack full of plastic explosives there. Outside is shrapnel, and then you drop a giant dickhead on them. So yeah, and then they get literally.
All right, a lot of
the size of zero grenades, or like the biggest size you drop from the Mavic is like a monster can, like half liter. That's like the average size or stuff like that. Of course, everything comes in different shapes.
So
You did good.
okay, next is
When not fighting, a soldier should use their time wisely. When possible, that means training for the next mission. Foreign fighters in Ukraine are no exception. This drone crew, preparing to fight as a team for the first time, spends its evenings going over life-saving field medicine drills.
Scared of needles? What are you most scared of? Needles or drones?
and now maybe needle.
Wolf, Snow, Buddy, Takeda, Germany, Namibia, Canada, Japan, coming together from all four corners of the earth. To stay alive on the front line, they will have to gel as a fighting unit.
They see this thing on a drone feed. They're gonna extra target this thing because they know it's being recorded.
Yeah, like
They're
we,
what?
we are really lucky that they are so stupid.
We hope.
What are your expectations?
Show.
Ah, shit.
But I guess we'll see.
It's just a few minutes here before we're going to
First time,
exfil onto positions of Mavic, Recon and bomber drones of the Azov Brigade's International Battalion. These are guys from all over the world who have come together to fight for Ukraine and fight for Ukraine, not at the beginning, but in the fourth year of the war, where almost any kind of work has become significantly deadlier for all units, whether it's infantry, drones or artillery. So we're going to be going pretty close today, so we're going in on an armored vehicle. We have to be really careful as these are really high priority targets for Russian drones in this area near Konstantinivka in Donetsk Oblast. So they're starting the engine, we need to jump in and see you on the other side.
Ready to go?
Okay, who's on whose lap? What's the plan?
Any logic behind the city?
The mission begins in late afternoon, a nervy wait for the armored vehicle that will take the team right up to the front line. The trip takes just under half an hour, all of which is in range of Russian strike drones. But the mood is upbeat. What's your preferred source of caffeine on positions?
Preferred source of caffeine?
Yeah.
Ton of coffee. I used to be really high on the energy drinks.
Yeah.
But now I have high blood pressure issues because I used to drink 3 liters of energy, like Monster a day.
We have no connection.
And so now I'm not allowed to. But it's exciting. It's a strange war when you can take your cell phone to the front. Yeah. It feels even weirder when you're getting shelled while you're on Instagram. Scrolling. Because you're bored.
On the way, it's gonna be bumpy, you know.
There we go.
I want to find out who the people are behind these faces, smiling, laughing and silent, and what led them to take up arms for Ukraine in the most brutal war of the century. We're in the armored vehicle now heading to the positions, and this is the most exhilarating part of any rotation for most soldiers, no matter what their job is on today's battlefield. Some people choose to laugh and joke about death, while others themselves stay deathly silent. But the most important job now is that of the driver, getting us in and out fast, but also keeping an eye for Russian drones. They could be waiting in ambush for us.
We go underground. Yeah. Highway to Hell. Like last Xville, one of the songs that played was Taylor Swift's what? Shake It Off, which is perfect because we got chased by an FPV. It's like shake it off, again, just barreling, bouncing everywhere. Feel worse when we shot down the FPV.
Just before Everyone ready?
Yeah. Get ready.
Don't open. Wait a second.
Wait for the signal.
Open by command. Okay. Stop.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Open.
Buddy, move fast.
In. The rotation happens in the space of less than a minute. Any longer, and the movement would be spotted and targeted by enemy drones. Once on position, the team takes a minute to exhale before getting on with the day's work.
Okay. See.
Cozy enough?
Yeah.
Alright.
This position is like, I think like 3.5 kilometers away from the Russian infantry. But recently we have come in Mavic range. And as soon as you're on Mavic range, it's pretty bad for both sides because you can pretty much see all the movement. You have surveillance overhead pretty much 24/7. The Russians use chemicals, use gas. Haven't put on positions yet here in this area, but they were planning to do. So we need to be really careful with what we do here. There are positions that are more forward. They are closer to the enemy. But yeah, like this is like it's a pretty big trench, as you can see. It's huge. It gives us different options where to operate from. And yeah, night's about to come. We'll see what tonight goes. If you come to the military here, most people don't say this, but I think you have a desire to fight. I think people maybe are born with this. Sounds stupid, but they're just born, want to do this eventually, and here comes the chance, right? It's fun if you join, like you figure out it's not for you, and then you go to a humanitarian aid thing, whatever, helping people in other ways. It's also well needed. It's a good thing. Yeah, our way of helping is being in this trench and doing our work.
This crew's main job is to form part of a so-called carousel of reconnaissance, flying out in constant rotation with other drone crews of the brigade to keep the front line under constant surveillance. The work can seem monotonous, but on the modern battlefield, this drone relay is the foundation for every aspect of frontline tactics, from spotting enemy movement and traces of it, calling in drone strikes, and correcting artillery fire. What are you looking for?
Russians.
Movement.
Enemy personnel or equipment. Mainly enemy personnel opposing forces.
And how are the Russians moving?
Mostly like 2x2. The infiltration is pretty smart now. Most of the times, it's just like two, maybe 3 guys showing up. Then they have like a stair point, a staging area. Then they bring in more.
Slowly over time.
Yeah, slowly over time, maybe the course of days, and try to launch then attacks on our positions. But jokes on them, we always find them so far. So yeah, but they are adapting pretty quickly. They're not that stupid.
And in 6 months, it's going to be completely different again.
Yeah, like everything changes
Everything.
super fast here.
And now up.
With the coming of dusk, the shift changes. Through the night, the remote will be manned by Takeda and Buddy. With experience both in the Japanese military and Ukrainian infantry in the heat of the Battle of Donetsk, Takeda is a no-nonsense leader, a man of few words.
Do you like teaching new guys?
Be honest, I don't like teaching stuff to the other people. I mean, the new guys. Yes. Yeah, some people like it, but normally I don't like it. Sorry. But
I don't know. I don't know if you're telling like it sounds like you're enjoying it.
no, be honest, no. But it's my job, so yeah, I'm just following my job. Yeah.
Did you ever think you'd be leading a team of people from all over the world?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Yeah.
You give the funniest answers, man.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from the street.
More left.
The
More left.
guys are
Left.
right now doing some roof tiling.
The night's watch is conducted with thermal cameras. More exposed in this black and white, hot and cold landscape, Russian activity is rarer at night, but that doesn't make keeping eyes in the sky any less important. For Buddy, hailing from the peaceful east coast of Canada, this is his first ever combat mission, the logical endpoint of a long, personal and moral journey.
When Azov said that they were accepting foreigners with no experience in the military, that they would teach them from the ground up, I saw it as the perfect opportunity for me to get involved. I really just wanted to see if I was able to do the work that I've volunteered for. I know that lots of people come with high expectations, or maybe expectations that aren't exactly what is true to on the ground level, and they'll come out and they'll do a single rotation, then they'll leave. It just wasn't for them. So I wanted to know if this was something that I'd be able to actually do. And so far, being here has been eye-opening, but at the same time, I feel that this is something that I can do. I've always been a big believer in that if you are privileged in the sense that you have comfort and you have like everything you need, that you should be able to share with others around you that don't have that same privilege that you have. I think it matters that anywhere that if they're struggling and something wrong is being done to them, that everyone should stand up and do right.
With the chilly autumn dawn comes a new shift change and more work. Russian infantry movement is reported by teams nearby, and fire missions are called in. But compared to recent months around Kostiantynivka, Russian assaults have dropped in intensity. On drone positions like this, one rotation usually lasts between 10 and 20 days. For Wolf and Snow, dark humor helps the pair get through the long hours of the day shift easily. Anything to stay sane amid the danger and absurdity of war.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had like 2 really boring days with us here. Super boring.
But boring is good, right? In a way.
Yeah, it's good because nobody's dying.
It's boring.
Except the Russians.
Oh yeah.
Which is always... Yeah.
How do you deal with boredom?
Smoke cigarettes.
Smoke, eat, but you don't always have food. So.
In the trench. That's fun, for example.
Yeah, you take a nice stroll through the trench until you feel like you're kind of lost, and then you take a
All you tend to figure out is like right next to your sleeping room.
Yeah, just like dig a hole randomly in the trench.
Between the beds. Just gotta go out at night.
There's landmines everywhere. We keep it interesting here. We plant our own landmines.
Pretty much, yeah.
Whoever steps on one loses the game.
it's funny, one thing I always notice about the foreign soldiers in Ukraine is that their motivations for coming and fighting here are often very different, but there are also these common threads that keep coming up consistently. You know, some people have a really clear idea of the geopolitical situation straight away, and they've understood that this is what they want to do, to fight fascism in Europe. For others, they've maybe always been a little bit fascinated by this life, war and soldiering, but never had a chance to try it. And some are kind of maybe looking for themselves a little bit. But those reasons don't always stay the same forever. They can change and be fluid, and often the understanding about why they're here really comes through and develops as time goes on.
I kinda came here in the beginning originally looking for a better life, which is probably gonna sound absolutely mental to most people, but if you come from a southern African country, it's not really that mental, and you would be surprised that a war zone is a better place to live than my home country, in my personal opinion. So, yeah, came here to start a better life, or to have the opportunity to start a better life, and to start over in a different part of the world. And then coming here to help. I love the Ukrainian people, love this country, it's a beautiful country. So I feel like just getting citizenship is one thing, but earning citizenship is another, and I feel like this is an honest way to earn citizenship by fighting for the country.
Without breaking your head.
2 full days into the crew's shift, a routine supply run gives us a chance to leave the positions. Which is the toughest part of our rotation? Mentally.
Not fucking showering. Being dirty and sticky and smelling. It sucks.
Okay.
It sucks.
Is that the first thing you do when you get back?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Our pickup should come any minute now, and then we'll need to be quick.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping straight into the car. And then it will be one more trip through the gauntlet of drones, and we'll be safe. Давай. All right, see you guys.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. In the 4th year of Russia's full-scale war, motivated manpower is the most valuable resource for Ukraine's defensive fight. Whether in a guns-blazing assault team or newly trained on drones, those foreigners who cross borders and sometimes oceans to fight here are making the most direct contribution possible. This is Francis Farrell, reporter at the Kyiv Independent, coming to you from a Ukrainian trench at a position just under 3 kilometers away from Russian forces here in Donetsk Oblast. You might have noticed that in large international media there is almost no more reporting coming out from the very front lines, from this very close area where these key battles, especially in eastern Ukraine, are actually going on. But we here at the Kyiv Independent, we call Kyiv and Ukraine home. This is an existential war for the country that we live in, and that's why we will always go the extra mile, take the extra steps to get the access and bring you the battlefield from the ground. But we can't do it alone, of course. We don't take billionaire money. We're not funded by huge foreign grants. Instead, we are funded mostly by our readers. And that's why, if you're watching this and if you appreciate our work, it would be great if you could join our community of members, making a small contribution to allow us to keep doing the work that we're doing, to keep bringing you Russia's war all the way from the front line. Thank you.